TikTok was more than an app. It was a digital playground where creativity knew no bounds. It was a cultural phenomenon that swept across the nation like wildfire. Millions of Americans, especially young people, used it every day. It became an integral part of their daily routines. They made funny videos. They danced. They shared their lives. It was a platform where everyone could be a creator. TikTok was a place to connect and be creative. It fostered a sense of community and belonging. It was a source of entertainment and news. From viral challenges to breaking news, TikTok had it all. Its short-form videos were addictive. They were perfectly designed for our fast-paced world, capturing attention in mere seconds. The app's popularity exploded in the early 2020s. It was downloaded by millions, becoming a household name. People spent hours scrolling through its endless feed. It was a never-ending stream of content that kept users hooked. It quickly became one of the most downloaded apps in the US. Its growth was unprecedented. Its influence on music, fashion, and language was undeniable. TikTok shaped popular culture in ways never seen before. TikTok was where trends were born and stars were made. It was a launchpad for viral sensations and internet celebrities. It was a cultural force to be reckoned with. The app's impact was felt across various aspects of society. However, beneath the surface of viral dances and catchy tunes, anxieties simmered. There were growing concerns about the app's implications. Concerns about data privacy and the app's Chinese ownership grew louder. People began to question the safety of their personal information. Politicians and privacy advocates raised red flags. They demanded answers and transparency from the app's developers. They questioned the app's security and its potential for misuse. The debate over TikTok's safety intensified. The stage was set for a dramatic showdown. The future of TikTok in the United States hung in the balance. The future of TikTok in the United States was about to change forever. The app's journey was far from over. In 2025, the US government took drastic action. Citing national security concerns, they banned TikTok. The decision was controversial. It sparked heated debates about online privacy, free speech, and the power of big tech. The government argued that TikTok's Chinese ownership posed a threat. They claimed user data could be shared with the Chinese government. TikTok denied these allegations. They insisted that American user data was stored securely, but their pleas fell on deaf ears. The political climate was too charged. The ban went into effect, sending shockwaves through the digital landscape. Overnight, millions of Americans lost access to their favorite app. The ban wasn't a complete surprise. It had been brewing for years, but its sudden implementation left many reeling. The impact was immediate and far-reaching. It wasn't just about losing access to funny videos. For many, it was like losing a lifeline. TikTok had become deeply ingrained in their daily lives. Now they were left to navigate a world without it. The response to the shutdown was swift and visceral. Millions took to other platforms to express their anger, sadness, and confusion. Hashtags like #TikTokBan and #SaveTikTok trended globally. The digital world was united in its outrage. "I feel lost without TikTok," wrote one user on Twitter. "It was my connection to the world, my creative outlet, my source of joy." Others echoed this sentiment. "This is about more than just an app," commented a popular creator on Instagram. "It's about silencing a generation, stifling creativity, and controlling our online spaces." The comments poured in, a torrent of raw emotion. Fear, anger, and a deep sense of loss permeated the online world. The ban had struck a nerve, exposing the profound impact social media has on our lives. It wasn't just about entertainment, it was about connection, identity, and community. And now, it was gone. The impact of the TikTok ban extended far beyond the digital realm, affecting the lives of millions in unexpected ways. For many, especially young people, it was a significant life event that disrupted their daily routines and social interactions. The app had become an integral part of their social lives, their emotional well-being, and even their sense of self. It was more than just an app. It was a community where they felt understood and connected. "I feel like I've lost a part of myself," confessed a teenager to a news outlet, echoing the sentiments of many others who felt a deep sense of loss. "All my friends are on TikTok," another teenager shared. "It's how we communicate, how we make each other laugh, and how we stay connected." The platform was a space for creativity and joy, a place where they could express themselves freely and find a sense of belonging. Now, many feel isolated, like they're missing out on important social interactions and moments of shared laughter. The ban also raised concerns about mental health, as the sudden loss of this digital community left many struggling to cope. For some, TikTok was a creative outlet, a way to cope with stress and anxiety. It provided a platform to showcase their talents and find solace in the act of creation. Its absence left a void, amplifying feelings of loneliness and isolation and making it harder for them to find alternative ways to express themselves. Mental health experts reported a surge in anxiety and depression among young people after the ban, highlighting the app's role in their emotional stability. The sudden severing of this digital lifeline had profound consequences, leaving many to grapple with the emotional fallout. It highlighted the complex relationship we have with social media, the fine line between connection and addiction, and the very real impact these platforms have on our mental and emotional well-being. The TikTok ban served as a stark reminder of how deeply intertwined our digital and emotional lives have become. The TikTok ban left a massive void in the social media landscape, but nature abhors a vacuum, and new platforms quickly emerged to fill the gap. Apps like Byte, Triller, and Instagram Reels, which had long existed in TikTok's shadow, saw a surge in popularity. Users flocked to these alternatives, eager to recapture the magic of TikTok. But the transition wasn't seamless. Many found these platforms lacking the same spark, the same sense of community that made TikTok so special. "It's just not the same," lamented one user on a Reddit thread dedicated to finding a TikTok replacement. "The algorithms are different, the communities aren't as vibrant, and it doesn't have that same raw, unfiltered feel." Despite the challenges, the quest for a TikTok replacement continued. New platforms emerged, each vying for a piece of the pie. The social media landscape was forever altered, fragmented but still pulsing with the desire for connection and creative expression. The TikTok ban didn't just impact users, it sent shockwaves through the American business world. Brands that had invested heavily in TikTok marketing saw their strategies crumble overnight. Influencers who had built their careers on the platform were left scrambling to rebuild their audiences elsewhere. "It's been devastating," shared a popular TikTok creator with a business magazine. "I poured my heart and soul into building my following on TikTok. Now it feels like it was all for nothing." The ban exposed the risk of building a business on a single platform. It forced companies and creators to diversify their strategies and adapt to a new social media landscape. The economic impact was undeniable, a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play in the digital age. The US ban on TikTok sent ripples across the globe. While some countries applauded the move, citing similar security concerns, others condemned it as an act of censorship and a dangerous precedent for internet freedom. The ban highlighted the growing global divide over technology and data privacy. It raised complex questions about national sovereignty in the digital age and the role of governments in regulating online spaces. The world watched as the US grappled with the implications of its decision. The TikTok ban became a defining moment in the global debate over internet freedom, censorship, and the future of digital communication. The TikTok ban left an indelible mark on the social media landscape. It forced us to confront uncomfortable truths about data privacy, online security, and the power of tech giants. It sparked a global conversation about the role of social media in our lives, its potential for both harm and good. The ban also highlighted the ephemeral nature of the digital world. Platforms rise and fall, trends come and go, but the human need for connection and expression remains constant. As we move forward, the question remains: what will the future of social sharing look like? Will we find new ways to connect and create, or will our digital lives become increasingly fragmented and controlled? The answer, as with most things in the digital age, is complex and constantly evolving. The shadow of the TikTok ban looms large, raising concerns about censorship and the future of free speech in the digital age. This move has sparked a heated debate among policymakers, digital rights activists, and everyday users alike. The ban is seen by many as a direct attack on the freedom of expression, a fundamental right that underpins democratic societies. The implications of such a ban extend far beyond just one app or platform. Critics argue that the ban sets a dangerous precedent, paving the way for governments to silence dissenting voices and control the flow of information online. They fear that this could lead to a slippery slope where more and more platforms are targeted, stifling the diversity of voices and opinions that the internet was built to support. The power to control what can be said and seen online could be misused, leading to a more controlled and less open digital environment. This isn't just about TikTok, warns a digital rights advocate in a widely shared opinion piece. It's about the broader implications for digital rights and freedoms. The advocate highlights that the internet should remain a space for free expression and innovation, not a tool for surveillance and control. The potential for abuse of power is significant, and the consequences could be far-reaching. It's about who gets to control our online spaces, what we're allowed to say, and what we're allowed to see. The digital landscape is a battleground for control, with various stakeholders vying for influence. The decisions made today will shape the future of the internet, determining whether it remains a free and open space or becomes a fragmented and restricted environment. The long-term implications of the ban on digital culture are still unfolding. As we move forward, we must consider the potential impact on innovation, creativity, and the free exchange of ideas. The internet has been a catalyst for social change and progress, and any restrictions on its use could hinder this potential. The ripple effects of such a ban could be felt across various sectors, from technology to education to entertainment. Will it lead to a more fragmented internet, with countries erecting digital walls and restricting access to information? The concept of a global internet could be at risk, with nations creating their own isolated networks. This could limit the free flow of information and ideas, creating digital silos that are controlled and monitored by governments. The dream of a connected world could be replaced by a reality of digital isolation. Or will it galvanize a movement for greater online freedom and push for a more open and interconnected digital world? The backlash against such bans could inspire a new wave of activism and advocacy for digital rights. People around the world could come together to demand a free and open internet, challenging attempts to control and censor online spaces. This could lead to stronger protections for digital rights and a renewed commitment to online freedom. The answers to these questions will shape not just the future of social media, but the future of our digital lives. The decisions made today will have lasting impacts on how we communicate, share information, and connect with each other. The stakes are high, and the outcome will determine whether the internet remains a space for free expression and innovation, or becomes a tool for control and censorship. As we navigate this uncharted territory, one thing is clear. The conversation about online freedom, censorship, and the power of technology is more important than ever. The future of the internet is at a crossroads, and the choices we make now will define the digital landscape for generations to come. It's a critical moment for all of us to engage in this dialogue and advocate for a free and open internet.